Hey, and welcome back. And we are talking about the 9 web design profit accelerators. And now we're going to talk about profit accelerator number 8, and that is build a team. Now, the reality is once you start to grow your business and you solve your lead gen problem, you get lots of leads, you solve your conversion problem, you're getting lots of clients and new websites at a high price, then you have to start delivering these websites. And the challenge is, how do you deliver lots of websites and still have a life? The way you do it is you build a team. And so you really have to get help. You can't be doing it all yourself. You will go crazy. You'll start to hate your job. You'll start to be stressed. You'll start to be upset with your wife and your family and your friends. And you just will hate your job. I got to that point where I was just working all the time and I had to build a team. Now, building a team is not easy. If it was easy, then everyone would do it. But the reality is, and get it right, but the reality is it's tough. And there's some key things you have to get right when you're building a team. So if we just jump over here, you can just see that we're working on this section here, which is build a team out of the 9 accelerators. And so let's just jump right back here and let's start going through the 3 things that I do to build a team. So if we just draw this triangle, and if we want to build a great high quality team, there's 3 things they need to function properly and not be dysfunctional, and enhance and help you instead of hindering you. And now my team is built in the Philippines, and there's some challenges that come with being in the Philippines, which is you can't see them every day. You really don't know what they're doing because you can't see it. They're not in the office next to you. There's a little bit of a communication problem, not much, but a little bit. There's a cultural difference, and I find that when I first started, it was tough. It was really hard, and I almost gave up using staff in the Philippines because I was the problem. Not them, I was the problem. And this is how I solved my problem. I realized that for someone to perform at their peak, they need 3 things. And if you give it to them, they will perform much better than they are right now. Now, will they be perfect? Well, that depends on the person. Will you be happy? Well, that depends on them and you. But the reality is, wherever your staff member is now, whether in the Philippines or the US, or they're sitting next to you, they need 3 things. The first one is they need to have a vision, or you could say a goal. And you need to communicate that. That's your job as a business owner. Communicate the vision or the goal that you have for your business, and also you have for them. What is their goal? What do they have to complete every day? What is a good outcome for them? How are you going to be happy? Let them know that when I get these things, I get happy. And when I don't get them, I get stressed, right? Every day I want you to do these particular tasks. And that means you've done a good job if you do those tasks. You need to be crystal clear, because if you're not clear, they're going to be confused. You're going to be unhappy and stressed because they're not doing what you want, but have you communicated to them? And that typically is your fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault. So your job is to be crystal clear, either in the job description, and to take those tasks and put them into a project management system where they can check them off every single day. Okay? The next thing they need is a process. And this is super important. Now that they have a goal, you need to make sure that you have a process for them to achieve the goal. And the reality is, whatever is in your head is your genius. It's why you are the business owner and they're not. And so if you want them to perform at your level, you need to communicate to them exactly what it looks like when it's done properly. Not just this is what it looks like when it's done, but how to actually complete that task. And you need to give them processes that they can follow daily. Not where you tell them once and then they forget, but something they can refer back to all the time. So they need a goal, and they need a way of achieving that goal every single day. That's pretty logical. If someone knows where they need to go and they have the map to get them there, well, they have a really good chance of getting there. And the third thing you need is accountability. And accountability is super important, because if you are not keeping them accountable to the process so they're going to reach, so they can reach the vision or goal, then they won't get there. As much as you tell them where they need to go and show them the map to get there, if you are not holding them accountable and making sure that the quality is high and making sure that they're ticking the boxes, they will not get there. So remember, your job as a business owner isn't to be a nagging wife, a nagging husband, or a nagging parent. Your job is as a coach and a guide. This is where this is where you need to be every single day. This is the map to get you there. And I'm going to check in twice a day to see if you're stuck, if you need help, and if you need guidance. And if you get these three things right, your staff will not only enjoy working with you, not only love coming to work, but they will consistently get better at their job. I've just onboarded 2 new people, and both of them were not as good as I wanted them to be when I hired them. But I hired them anyway. Do you know why? Because they had a great attitude. See, I can teach them the vision. I can show them a process, and I can keep them accountable. But what I can't do is change their attitude. So what I look for is attitude. Are they willing to learn? Are they excited about the job? Are they a hard worker? Are they passionate? Can they do it? If I taught them, could they do it? Because if they can do it now, it is irrelevant. I can teach them that. And so both of these people were not as good when they started, but because I knew I had a vision and a goal for them on a daily basis, I had a path for them to get there if they follow the path, and I know that I'm going to hold them accountable every single day to get there. I had confidence that very quickly they could be very productive in my business and be exactly what I wanted. And so I want to encourage you, do you have a goal for every one of your employees that are working for you? Daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. Do you have clear processes that they follow that are rock solid where they can achieve those goals? And are you holding them accountable? This is the big one. This is what most business owners don't want to do because they're too busy, or they don't have time to do because they're too busy, or they think someone else should do because they're too busy. Now, at some point, you can get a manager to do this for you, but if you're a small business, unfortunately, you have to be the one that does it. And if you're not willing to do this, then you're always going to struggle with building a team. They will become a hindrance, not a help. They will become something that pulls you back and stresses you out instead of pushes you forward. And if you want that, you need to do this stuff. So that's building a team. So if you are looking at building a team, and whether it's in the Philippines or India or onshore in the US, I want to encourage you to book a scale session with me. I have done this before. I do this right now. I've taught a lot of people to do it. And if that's where you're a bit hazy, there's a lot more to learn. These are the 3 principles that if you get these right, you'll get most of the way there. But there's lots of other things you have to do. Like, how do you hire them? How do you hire someone and make sure you get the right attitude? There's lots to learn about it. And what I'd love to do is, if you book in a scale session with me, it's a 15-minute chat where we can have a chat about this, or we can have a chat about any of these 9 web design profit accelerators. And basically what we'll do is pick 3 of them. We'll pick 3 things that can really revolutionize your business in the next 90 days. And so that's what that chat's about. That chat is about you and your business. It's not about me. It's not about my coaching. It's about me helping you. And for some of you, you will want to know how you could work with me. And for those people, we'll book a second meeting in. Second meeting has nothing to do with this first meeting. This first meeting is about you. You can take that information and run with it, or if you want to know how you can work with me, we'll book a second meeting in to talk about it, and we'll sort it out there. So I want to encourage you, book in the scale session. It's a genuine meeting to help you grow your business. Below this video, around this video, click a button, fill in an application form. I look forward to speaking to you soon.